Oh man, sometimes walking is so tiring. I've just there's got to be something on this road. I've been following it for a long, long time, and so wait, what's that? A building? Nice. Oh, maybe there's a snack shop or something in there. Man, I'm starving. I got nothing. A lot of food. It's one of my torches. Oh, it's gonna be nice. Oh, hey, what is this? An auto dealership? Sweetness. Well, guys, as you may have guessed, we are looking at a car mod today. This was actually submitted via a form on my website, nathansalpat.com. If you go to the Minetest page, there's a section where you can request a Minetest mod review. Now, unfortunately, at the time of this request, I hadn't had the forethought to put a spot in where people can put their name down. So I don't know who submitted this request. I have since fixed the form, however, and yes, you now have the ability to put your name in, so I know who is leaving the request. So let's take a look at this. Now this is a, oh boy, oh boy, it's a those cars are going to be in the way, huh? It's based off of carts and the boats, actually, from what I understand. So yes, the code is slightly buggy. However, it works pretty well. It'll go up, this particular car here will go up one node without any issues. However, sometimes you do get stuck like that. And I don't know why. But basically this... Oh, I'm glad it stopped. I don't know why it stopped, but I'm glad it did. I'm going to fall to my death. Okay, let's just jump out of that car before we die. This is a mod pack of sorts, or so the description says. However, I don't know if that's actually the case, because when I left the modpack txt file in the directory, I got an error about the texture folder being not a mod, that there was no Lua init, or init.lua file in it. So I don't know if this is actually modpack or not. I'm going to briefly overview how to fix it so it works. Basically, however, the uploader of this particular mod, the uploader of this particular mod kind of just took the other vehicle mods and put them all together to create sort of a mod pack here. And yeah, so they're all together here. They all run kind of differently, and they're all kind of the same. It works better, obviously, with more like actual built roads versus these paths, because these use like stairs and a modified kind of version of stairs, which it works great for walking, but not so much for driving a car, because your collisions seem to get kind of confused with all these diagonals and stuff. So each of those two that we just looked at were from one particular mod each. So so that's the two mods, and then we have these cars. Now these, I'm pretty sure textures are messed up, because in inventory they have color. But these guys look pretty nice. Drives pretty fast. Seems to have some trouble. Like right now I'm trying to turn and I can't turn if I'm not moving, which I didn't notice on the other ones. But I can't go up this full node. And I mean, that's only one node. So this really needs to be on like an actual road. And I would assume it can do the stairs. So if you did like ramps on your roads, that wouldn't be a problem at all. So you've kind of got like the Formula race car there. And then, yeah, I don't know, like a little SUV kind of thing. Which, again, Drives pretty fast. Same kind of thing. It's just pretty much a different model as far as I can tell. Seems to go up nodes without issues, but then sometimes it catches and doesn't. Very fast. Very fast indeed. Great for exploring. I don't know if I would recommend this for servers at all, just because of the fact this is transferring a lot of data for all these map chunks. Slower computers, I probably would not recommend this for either. Now, this world, I am actually, to my knowledge, I should be generating map chunks for everything that we're going over here. I'm seeing a little bit of stutter. Oh, hey, another road. Seeing a little bit of stutter going on. Some jittering there. But it's generating chunks as I'm driving. Now, I do have a relatively powerful computer, so that's not a surprise to me. That was a surprise to me. I don't know what happened there. Car fell into that or something? Nice little dungeon. Oh. Well, that was cool. So that is pretty much the cars mod here. Let me get back. You know, I have no idea where back is. That was kind of over this way-ish, I think. Regardless. Yeah, no, I didn't go through a desert. Went through a tunnel and some rock. There we are. It runs pretty well. Steering leaves some things to be desired, not gonna lie. It's kind of like boats. I mean, they work, but they're not the best. No, actually, I take that back. They're like carts. They work, but they're not the best. Boats actually tend to work pretty good in my experience, which is probably why they're parts of default game and carts are not. Because carts just, for whatever reason, don't seem to work too well. So those are our 4 cars. Let's take a quick look. Actually, I can just do this. Let's take a quick look at setting up this mod, because like I mentioned, whoa, I don't know what's happened there. Like I mentioned, it does have some little quirks to it. Okay, so that's gonna be in mods here, and it's actually called Vehicle Mash, is what it's called. And as you'll see here, we have the car 126R, which is like the SUV one, the F1 Formula Race car. And then we have pretty much a Lua file for every single car. And someplace in here, we've got the README, which pretty much tells you this is what it depends on, this is where some stuff came from. Textures, see, we got all these textures. So there's just something messed up with those 2 cars where they don't have their textures, because actually here is our inventory image for that car. And our wheeled image, which looks to be identical. But yeah, for whatever reason, that car's textures do not work. Now, when you download this folder, it'll actually have a modpack.txt file in it. And if you have that, it gives you an error about textures not having any Lua files in it and not knowing what to do with it. I don't know why it doesn't give you any errors for sounds models for these 2 cars. Probably because that car has a Lua file in it. I'm trying to find... I don't know why I'm having such issues finding. Here we go. Okay, basically it is loading all of these. For some reason it's loading boats. Okay. So I'm wondering if those 2 cars don't work right because they're not being loaded from here. I bet that's what the problem. Yeah, see, they're being loaded from here, but their textures... No, actually, it's the same textures. I really don't know. Well, there's its texture. Okay, so I bet if we copy that texture and then throw it into the textures folder here. No, wait, it's already in there. Never mind. Something's messed up with those textures. I don't know what it is. I do know there will be a modpack.txt file in this folder that you will need to delete for the mod to work. If you don't delete it, you will get an error. and the mod will not run. As I experienced myself personally when I first looked into this. So that pretty much wraps up this Minetest mod review. If you guys do have any requests, please head on over to my website. Link will be down in the description. And leave a request. I actually have another request for next week already. And as I had mentioned earlier, there is now a spot where you can put your name in. So you will get proper credit for what it's worth. As being the person who requested the mod review. And yeah, that is that. So I'll wrap it up here. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.